Anime Cafe Kenya. I'm Lauren Moore from Funimation. I am so incredibly excited and honored to be able to send a video message to you today. I never thought that I would be getting to share my anime origin officially. I don't think I've ever given the full story before, so I am so excited. I think this event is amazing. I've been following what you all are doing on social media. I took a peek at some of your past events. I'm really excited just to share my origin story as to how I went from a young baby anime fan in the Caribbean who didn't even know that anime conventions existed to getting to host some of the biggest official anime events in the world and working for some of the biggest anime in the world. Also, I would like to quickly apologize that normally I have kind of a cool set and backdrop like this, but I'm currently at home in the Cayman Islands right now, so I don't have all that stuff, but I'm gonna try and make something cool happen with the edit. So, I guess I should start at the beginning. My very first memory of anime, I can see it so clearly, was actually in like elementary school, primary school age, and I went to a sleepover at my best friend's house for her birthday. I remember that she had VHS tapes of this cool show that I had never heard of, Sailor Moon, and we stayed up all night watching these Sailor Moon VHS tapes. Was just like so engaged in what this show was and how cool it was. So growing up in the Caribbean, we just didn't have the same access to anime that a lot of different places had. I didn't know anything about the different ways to get anime. A few years later, the Blockbuster video store that we had on the island had this movie, Spirited Away. My poor parents, I must have rented that movie so many times. Still like was starting to kind of know what anime was at the time. I was familiar with Tenchi Muyo and thought that was just the coolest. I just wanted to be Ryoko so bad. Started seeing these glimpses of the anime world, but still didn't really fully understand it yet. Fast forward from baby Lauren renting Spirited Away 8,000 times from Blockbuster to now going to college, right? That's where things like really began. So my parents, I got a scholarship. My parents sent me to university in the US to study. I was 17 and they dropped me off at university and then they went back to Cayman and I was there on my own. I didn't really know anybody. I didn't feel like I really fit in. I was very shy and quiet back then and just didn't really have a lot of confidence. But I met a group of people and they were anime fans. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I remember anime from when I was younger. Like, yeah, I remember this. I rented Spirited Away like 8,000 times from Blockbuster. And they're like, cool, let's start watching anime. So we started watching Death Note as a group together. You know, week by week, we were marathoning anime and watching new anime. And I was falling in love with anime and seeking it out on my own. Then they told me about conventions. I had no idea that this was a thing. Like I had no idea. I'd obviously I'd heard of a Comic-Con before, but I had no idea that there were conventions where people who also loved anime went and they also dressed up, which was the other thing that I loved. This was like a dream come true. So I threw together a Misa Misa cosplay and I went to my first anime convention. And I had no idea about buying a badge or a dealer's hall or any of that stuff. But I just went in my cosplay and I went with my friends and I walked around and it was the coolest thing in the world to me. I was so blown away and instantly fell in love and was like, these are my people, man. Like, this is where I belong. I had no idea that that one choice to go to an anime convention would change my life forever. That one decision that helped me make friends, that would also start this path towards a career and doing some of the most incredible things that I could never have imagined, like getting to meet NFL players and basketball players and movie stars, all because of anime and all because of convention. Fast forward again now, graduated, working as a news reporter at our one TV station back home in the Cayman Islands. It's a tiny, tiny little group of islands right down in the Caribbean, right below Jamaica. Like, we look like a speck on the map if you're watching the Weather Channel. So I'm working as a TV reporter, slowly building up my confidence, and I got recommended to work as a news writer for this company called Screw Attack. And I applied for the job. I got a job interview, and so I was like, oh my gosh. So I got on a plane, went back to the US, got the job, and it was part-time, but I was like, cool. I'm making content about video games, which I also love, and this is amazing. Got to learn about on-camera work, got to learn about content creation, got to go to more conventions and make more con friends. Oh my gosh. And I was working 2 other jobs at the time, public access channel TV station, and I was also working for a video production company, learning how to make video all across the US. Then this company, Screw Attack, worked just down the road from Funimation. And somehow, some way, the guys at Screw Attack managed to get permission for us to record a video tour of the Funimation headquarters. And somehow, some way, I got to be the host. I got to go walk through the halls of this company and see all of these, you know, wall scrolls and posters of all this anime that I had watched and fallen in love with and was just like blown away. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is like anime history. How am I here? It was super incredible. And I got to meet the Funimation team. Over the years, we'd see each other at events, at conventions. We got to collaborate actually a few more times. And then a new job position was being made at Funimation on the social media team. And they actually reached out to me and asked if I would interview. And at this point, I had been, you know, working professionally for about 7 years in the entertainment broadcast industry. So it had been quite a while. I just happened to have the right set of skills. Journalism, convention experience, like working a convention, working a booth, running autograph signings, handling talent, selling merch from a convention booth, and loving anime and just having on-camera experience, all these weird random things that I never thought like completely made sense with one another somehow were the perfect toolkit. And that was 6 years ago. And I started out as a social media coordinator. Today, I am a host and a content production manager. I get to work and host anime red carpet premieres in Hollywood. Like that shouldn't be real life, but it is. I've gotten to host and do coverage at the Macy's parade in New York City. I have gotten to do just some partner with huge video game companies and anime companies. I made friends because of anime. I have a career because of anime. I'm so excited to get to talk to you all because events like this are exactly how I made friends. They're how I owe everything, honestly, to anime. It is a huge part of my life. It's one of the most important parts of my life. And I'm so honored that I got to officially share my origin story. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to talk to you all today and to be part of this event. Like, this is so cool. Feel free to reach out to me on social media. I'm at Lauren Moore. I'm happy to answer questions, be a resource, and just share any other knowledge or information that I can. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it so much. Enjoy the rest of the event, and sending you lots of love from the Caribbean. Bye.